Hello and welcome to AutoX. My name is Karan Mathur and this is the all-new Royal Enfield Bear 650. Now in this video, I'm going to give you a detailed walk around of everything that you get, the color option, the accessories, and basically everything that you wanted to know. So let's get started. Let's start with the design. Alright, now before we get started with the design, let me talk about the similarities that it has with the Interceptor. Now, the engine, the tank, the main frame, and parts of the braking system is what it shares with the Interceptor 650, and over that Royal Enfield says most of the parts, well, they have been changed for this, the Royal Enfield Bear 650. Now let's start up front here. Because this is the Golden Shadow edition, this is what I was riding, and you'll see this in my review later on, and this really emphasizes the upside down forks. This is the only version which gets the golden upside down forks. The rest of them are finished in black. Now over that you get LED lighting all around, indicators, the lights up front, the tail lights at the back, even the indicators at the back, all of it are LEDs. Then if you look further down, you get 19-inch tube spokes right over here, and the back you get 17-inch tube spoke tires. The tires in fact are MRF Nylorex, and this has been developed for the Royal Enfield Bear 650. You'll have to wait for my review to hear about how they function, but for now, well, as you guys can see, the diameter of the tires have increased at the front and at the back, and overall this motorcycle sits higher up. Alright, with that, now the ground clearance has gone up to 184 millimeters. What you got in Interceptor was 174, so overall a 10 millimeter rise in the ground clearance. Over that, the seat height has now increased to 830 millimeters, so overall this is a taller motorcycle, and how that has to do with the rider ergonomics, that will come to later in our first ride review. Now this motorcycle gets 5 color options in total, and here are all of them.
Other color options for the Bear 650, this is called the Boardwalk White Edition, and as you guys can see, it gets white tank, white side shrouds, a blue seat, and blue and orange stripes all across. This is called the Golden Shadow Edition, and I think this is the meanest looking Bear 650 color option available. You get black and grey tank colors, you get the black side shroud, and this really enhances the golden USD forks. Next we get the Petrol Green Edition, which on video kind of looks dark blue, but this is a dark green color shade, and as you can see, you also have finished off with orange accents all over. This is the color option that you saw in all the teasers. It's called the Wild Honey Edition, and on the sides you get this yellow and blue side shroud. Then the tank is finished in white, dark blue and yellow, and I think personally this is one of my favorite colors. Finally, you have the 249 edition, and I think this is my personal favorite. As you guys can see, you get the teal green on the frame, you get the white tank, you also get 249 lettering on the side. This is to represent Fast Eddie's number and the inspiration behind the Bear 650.
Alright, moving on. As you guys can see, the rake angle has been opened up. This gets to a 26-degree rake angle as compared to 24 degrees in the Interceptor 650. Along with that, with the increase in ground clearance and with the increase in seat height, what you also get is handlebars which are now further forward and raised. Now that has also changed the rider ergonomics, and Royal Enfield mentioned this will really come in handy for off-road riding and for daily riding conditions as well. Then moving further back, what you get is that 648cc parallel twin motor. Now of course this has been kept the same from the Interceptor, but thanks to the 2-into-1 exhaust, this ends up making a little more power. Royal Enfield has tuned this differently, and this now makes 47 bhp and 54.5 Newton meters of peak torque. With that, if I have to talk about the suspension components, well, this is a 43 fork, Showa forks, and these get 115 millimeters of travel, and at the back you still get the dual shocks, but these are longer, and this gets 130 millimeters of wheel travel. Now if I talk a little more about dimensions, well, let's talk about wheelbase. this. The Bear 650 gets a wheelbase of 1460 millimeters as compared to 1398 millimeters with the Interceptor. So that's an increase of 62 millimeters. And the bike, well, that weighs 216 kgs, and that's a weight saving of 2 kgs over the Interceptor 650. What Royal Enfield tells us is 7 kgs of that weight saving has been with this exhaust itself, but components like the foot peg frame and the side skirts, all that have definitely increased the weight a little bit, and as a result what you get is a saving of just 2 kgs. Now let's talk about braking. At the front you get 320mm discs, then you get 270mm disc at the back. You also get dual channel ABS, and if I continue on the features front, you also get a rounded color TFT dash. This was first saw in the Himalayan. It gets mobile connectivity, and with the button you see right over here, that controls the functioning of ABS. I can turn it off or on right from that button. Now this doesn't get ride modes, but it does get modes for the ABS. And like we saw in the Himalayan, you get a joystick which controls the functionality of the screen. Royal Enfield does offer a host of accessories for the Bear 650, so let's take a look at those.
Look at the Bear 650 with all its accessories. First and foremost, you get a fly screen, a headlight guard, a handlebar pad, a bar and mirror. Then you have a blacked out sump guard. You also get it in silver. You also have the oil cooler guard right here. Then you have a large dual seat. Then you have soft panniers. You have a fly screen, of course, the tank pad. Then you also get the engine guards finished in black, or you also have it finished in chrome.
So ladies and gentlemen, that was a quick walk around of the all new Royal Enfield Bear 650. What did you think of it? Tell us in the comment section down below. And with that, tell us which is your favorite color of the options which I showed you. Well, mine you'll find out very soon in our first ride review, which will be out on the 5th of November.